Good afternoon. A man already serving federal time for the gun he used to shoot a state police officer has new charges in the case, this time at the state level. Caleb Elledge had a pretrial detention hearing this morning where his lawyer challenged the new charges. Caleb Elledge pleaded guilty to federal charges of being a felon in possession of a firearm and was sentenced to 9 years stemming from a shooting in February of 2022 of a state police officer. Last month, he was indicted locally.
He's currently charged with assault with intent to commit a violent felony on a peace officer, aggravated battery upon a peace officer, tampering with evidence, aggravated fleeing, and criminal damage to property.
State Police Officer Jeremy Vaughn was chasing a car driven by Alana Martinez with Elledge in the passenger seat. After the car was stopped, Elledge opened fire.
At least 8 shots were fired from the Cadillac, striking the lieutenant's vehicle. The lieutenant shot back, and those shots fired by the person in the Cadillac, who was later identified as the defendant, hit the lieutenant in the neck.
The officer survived. During Elledge's pretrial detention hearing this morning, the state asked that he be held behind bars until trial. His attorney argued that would be unfair.
The state had filed it at the state level. They had nullied it, indicating the feds would take it. The feds, in fact, did take the case. Mr. Elledge entered into a plea, and his understanding was that it would not be pursued at the state level.
The prosecution responded.
The federal government prosecuted the gun charge, the felon in possession gun charge. No other charges were prosecuted because they don't have jurisdiction.
Arguing that Elledge is already locked up on federal charges, Judge Cindy Leos granted the state's motion. As for the driver, Alana Martinez, she pleaded guilty to harboring or aiding a felon. Martinez was sentenced to 6 months probation, which she completed in October.